Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. Currently, it's the Steelers with the football as we get back into the action in quarter number 2. Roses now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's got some space here. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. These 2 teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll make it a 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys. The tackle there by John Johnson. Well, these 2 teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, Rosen. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Second down and 5.
On the give, this is Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And they'll throw it with Rosen. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris,
his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Browns drive about to get started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On first and 10, Mayfield. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Mayfield to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Steelers are going to take over first and 10 deep in their own territory.
One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
Play action here with Rosen. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a first and 10.
Now it's Rosen. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. So we've reached halftime here with a visiting. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Rosen off the play action. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that. And
he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action. It's Rosen. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So that was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Mayfield now. His throw incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop indeed not a good one. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. That little setback there on 1st down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long.
Touchdown, Browns. Odell Beckham. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rosen. He finds his man, complete. That's Aguilar. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And he's got his target, Harris. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 58 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. And the Steelers 27-yard line.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mayfield's throw into the hands of Hooper. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Rosen. Short little throw to Ebron. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher, and all night long he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rosen. He finds his man, complete. It's Aguilar. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Get ready. Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Rosas good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time, gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Mayfield to throw. Able to find Patterson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now Mayfield. Pass caught by Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield. That is incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. One last shot for Mayfield here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end, we win.